show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others.
Pacific414 Pop Talk is here. Join the conversation. We have Aaron, Orman, Tagge, Cash Money, 007, and even Mike too. Pop culture, entertainment, news and reviews. Discussions are had, opinions made. From the panel to the chat, everyone is welcome here. Reactions, watch parties, and special guests. We like to have a good time. Pacific414 Pop Talk is underway. Pull up a seat, we're inviting to stay. Articles, collectables, reviews, you say. Aaron, Cash, and Mike bring the fun tonight. Now sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Don't forget to like or comment below. We almost forgot to share out the show. Pacific414 Pop Talk is one of a kind. It's true. True. It's true.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to the Wednesday edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk, the first Wednesday edition of 2026, along with Cash Money 007. I am your host, Mike. Where's Baron? I don't know, Baron. Baron?
I don't know, man. I don't know, Baron. You know, he had a dream about this donut. It was a really, really big donut. And for some reason, he found himself in a toilet. I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. He just kept dreaming about that donut.
Ooh, I wouldn't touch that.
Yeah,
donut.
right. Oops.
No. But, you know, it is Barrett. He sees that forbidden donut and he goes, forbidden donut.
That's right. Every time.
Yeah. Baron is not here. He sent us a message that I'm not feeling well, guys. Haven't felt well for the last couple of days. Baron, we told you about going for the forbidden donut.
That's right, man. How many donuts did you eat this week? Come on, man.
Come on, dude. Come on, especially that one in the toilet. Come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Or you just thought you saw it and your head went into the toilet. So come on, dude.
Hold on, long suffering. I think it's in here. Let me take a look. Honey, I don't see it.
Where is it? Well, then he might have fallen down and just stuck in the bathroom. Who knows? It's pretty crazy.
Guys, I'm stuck. Help, I'm stuck. Baron, what are you doing? I saw this forbidden donut. I had to have it. Oh boy. No, he sent us a message saying he wasn't feeling well. He hadn't been feeling well the last couple of days. So we're doing what we do best here on Pop Talk when one of us isn't around. If I'm not around, I expect Cash and Baron to mock me for not being around. When Cash isn't around and Baron's with me, we mock Cash, and well, Baron's not here, so we're mocking Baron.
That's right.
Like I said, it's what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
But Cash, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I saw a quality movie yesterday, Marty Supreme. It was it had a lot of heart to it. Well, it was basically about a character who was scamming people and stuff. He thought he had everything figured out, and then he got a taste of humble pie for sure. So
Yeah, and I heard that guy who had his 15 minutes of fame, Ted Williams, the guy with the golden voice, actually makes a cameo in that movie.
Hmm. Yeah, Kevin O'Leary's in it. That was really interesting. Gwyneth Paltrow and Timothée Chalamet.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was an enjoyable film. But some of the other previews, I don't know, 28 Days Later, whatever, continuing. I just don't care about that. Some other stuff, but it
I
was
know
nice
that
to
one
actually.
is looking forward to that one.
It was actually nice to watch a film and not want to bang my head on something. So that was good in the theater. So.
Well, I mean, heck, the last time you went to the theater, you did bang your head
Yes, I did.
after watching it,
Yes.
figuratively speaking.
Yes.
Oh, and we always wing it on Pop Talk. There's no script. We always wing it.
Yep.
But Cash, we do have a few things that we are going to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
And are you ready for Spider
Of
Bella Ramsey?
course. Always. Yes, I'm always ready for a potato Spider-Man. Very exciting. If you look at her head, people, it looks like a potato. I know that's mean. Too bad.
Oh, we were mocking it when we were watching the first season of The Last of Us. Well, hey, it's Rocky Dennis. Rocky Dennis as Ella.
Yeah.
But yes, we will be talking about Bella Ramsey doubling down on wanting to play Spider-Man. I'm still up for it. I'm talking about what the topics are for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Starfleet Academy. You've seen that jem'hadar in Starfleet Academy and
Unfortunately.
preview videos and the promotional stills. Well, guess what? That fat jem'hadar is going to be teaching fitness classes in Starfleet Academy.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Yes. And cheers to you, Tree Nug.
Yes.
Cheers to everyone who is here at this time. And Helion, good to see you. Cash, I wonder what you would say about me.
What?
I
I don't know
never
you
what
that
Cash
well,
is going to
Helion.
say about Baron and I.
I'm still getting to
Hey,
know you, Helion. So
And we know Cash, but still he comes across and says, "You guys are goobers."
well, they can be. That's
I'll admit it, I am a goober. And the other article we are going to talk about tonight is something that I alluded to on Sunday, talking about if and when Netflix purchases Warner Brothers, that Netflix wants a shorter theatrical window. Instead of your normal 30 to 45-day theatrical window for movies that are out in theaters released by Warner Brothers, if Netflix gets a hand on it, according to an article from Geek Tyrant, it's only going to be 17 days to go see a movie released by them. If you actually want to get the movie theater experience. What do you think about that, Cash?
I think it's lame. I think you're putting pressure on people you don't need to put pressure on. That's what I think. Like that stuff.
Well, it's not a good deal either way. It's what we've been saying since the deal was announced, that regardless of who gets Warner Brothers, whether it be Netflix, whether it be Paramount, it's not going to work because there's going to be a consumer base out there that's going to lose us.
Yes, always.
And we don't need that.
That's why I've always said when things are great, they're great. When things suck, they suck. When things are mediocre, they're mediocre. The these monopolies have proven if this does go through, we don't know if it's going to go through yet. I think Paramount's still fighting, but either way, we lose. And maybe Netflix may be better, maybe not. Maybe none of this. It's just, I would rather these companies just split up and we get more competition and we go from there. But no, a lot of money out there, and they want to gobble up these companies, and it's just less competition means more problems because more control one company has over a few other companies, it can be a major problem because they're not going to look at the situation of, we need to look at the best ideas, maximize our profits. They think they will, but it's more about greed and paywalls and whatever.
Well,
And
not only that,
I,
if you have one company controlling everything, it stifles
yes,
creativity.
always.
So let's go ahead and get into our first article of the evening, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. All right. So Bella Ramsey is doubling down on wanting to play Spider-Man.
Ooh.
I'm still up for it. This is by Patrick Scanlon of Cosmic Book News. It was posted on Monday. Yeah, Rocky Dennis.
Little Rocky Dennis.
Bella Ramsey isn't backing off the Spider-Man talk. At the Critics' Choice Awards, Variety again asked Ramsey about her earlier comments on potentially playing Spider-Man in the MCU. This time, the answer was short and direct. I'm still up for it. It's Spider-Man, not Spider-Woman. Just saying. It goes on here to say Ramsey's original remarks about possibly playing Spider-Man sparked a major backlash online, with fans split over whether the idea was serious or clearly tongue-in-cheek. Despite the controversy, Ramsey's latest response suggests that she is not walking anything back. And it goes on to say the comment comes amid ongoing speculation that Marvel Studios may be eyeing Ramsey for a future MCU role, with some rumors pointing toward the upcoming X-Men reboot rather than Spider-Man specifically. It goes on to say critics continue to argue Spider-Man should remain Peter Parker, while supporters point to the multiverse and Spider-Verse concept where variants already exist. Others see Ramsey's continued openness as simply leaning into the chaos the internet created. Whether Marvel has any real plans remains unknown, but Ramsey clearly isn't shutting the door. Well, I'm sorry. I don't think she should be playing Spider-Man when there's plenty of other characters that they could have her play. What about you, Cash?
It's just that comment.
I think this article broke Cash.
No, just that comment in the chat. But well, Potato Head is annoying. I don't really see Potato Head as Ellie. Ellie is just, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of Bella Ramsey. I didn't even know Bella Ramsey was in Game of Thrones until I found out later.
I didn't find that out until we were watching the first season of The Last of Us. That's where she got at least one of her initial acting roles.
Yeah, I didn't know. But when Bella Ramsey's a wackadoo, and I just like a lot of people in Hollywood, and it's just weird. Like I said, I thought Pedro Pascal as Joel was some of the best stuff about that first season of The Last of Us. I didn't care for her as Ellie. I don't know if it's because of the directors or the writers, but she was cursing a bit too much. Ellie curses, but not just like that, and it was like,
And Helion says, I have no opinion on
that's
this topic.
okay.
That's fine. That's
It's
fine.
all right. But no, this is. I don't really understand these people personally.
I don't know. I mean, could this be just her way of getting attention? Of course.
Of course, she may really want to play Spider-Man or her, him, it, whatever. I don't give a shit. Uh, I'm tired of playing these word games, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. If you're gonna play anything, play Spider Woman. But I don't really want. I don't know. I just don't like her as a person personally. I find her very annoying.
I don't like her attitude,
Yeah.
especially during the promotion of the first season of The Last of Us, even the
Mhm.
promotion for the second season. I
Yep.
don't like her attitude.
Nope.
But yeah, I really hope nobody actually considers her for any Spider-Man related role. I'm not on the phone. Cash might be. Because if you're asking, am I on the phone and doing this? No. What I'm doing is there's a feed that's horizontal and there's a feed for people who are on the phone. StreamYards gives me the option. YouTube allows me to broadcast it that way, so I'm going to broadcast it that way. But I have no interest in Bella Ramsey as Spider-Man, and it certainly sounds like Cash doesn't have any interest in it. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to our next topic.
Some family member was talking to me about something, so that's all. I had to mute myself. Bella Ramsey's just annoying, and this is the second time she's talked about this. I think it's just what is.
Yeah, unlike Rumble, where you can only broadcast horizontally, with YouTube and also via StreamYard, which is what I'm using to do this, you can have a vertical feed and a horizontal feed. So if you see the emoji that looks like a phone, that's the vertical feed. The one that actually says horizontal feed that doesn't have any emojis, that's the regular feed if you're on your laptop, your Chromebook, your desktop. So and I've been trying it the last few broadcasts. I like it because it just means another option for people to view the show. And
Yeah, I think you had talked about that before, Helion. You had asked us about that, but
yeah, Lady Miss has asked about it too. And
was it Lady Miss or was it both of them or was it? I thought
Lady
Helion
Miss
asked.
Lady Miss
Okay.
asked about it too, because when I
Yeah.
first started doing it, she said, "Do you realize there's two feeds of this?" And then I explained it.
Oh yeah.
It's all by design. It's all done on purpose. And Tree Nug says, "I see a girl's face in Spider-Man outfit. They're talking about the movie." Yeah, well, this actress wants to portray Spider-Man.
Yes.
But yeah, that's essentially why you see two different feeds, and that's also why I try to put it in the title for one, to let everybody know that that particular one is the vertical feed, and then the other one is the horizontal feed. But let's go ahead and move on to the next article, Cash.
All right.
All right. right, so this one comes from Phantom Pulse, and it's by Phantom Pulse. No particular author is taking credit for this article, but it was also posted this past Monday. And it says, New Starfleet Academy promo image reveals that female jem'hadar. I mean, there she is. It's just a description. So if anybody gets hot and bothered by it, well, don't come complaining to me. But she's teaching a fitness class. So it says Starfleet Academy causes universal dread in fans as it clearly it's very clear that Alex Kurtzman's latest venture into the Star Trek universe will do anything but explore strange new worlds as the show used to do in its prior action adventure incarnation. It hasn't done that since Kurtzman took over Star Trek on television. But it says one element audiences hate is the female Jem'hadar character, which is now about to get worse. The idea of Starfleet Academy is doomed from the start. Ever since it was pitched heavily in the late 1990s by Trek executives trying to garner a younger audience in a 90210 or Melrose Place style fashion, it was obvious that fans would hate a concept and it wouldn't be a Star Trek for anyone. Thankfully, studios were wise enough not to greenlight such a production back in the day until now. Under Alex Kurtzman and Secret Hideout, Paramount has allowed incarnations of Star Trek that don't feel like Trek at all, and it hasn't felt like Star Trek since 2017, since Star Trek Discovery premiered. And let's see. Helion says she has no opinion on this topic either. Well, there's going to be some shows where everybody has an opinion on a topic that we're discussing, and then other shows, maybe only some of us have an opinion on the topic. All right, so it says aside from placing it in the timeline with Discovery, following up on events in the 31st century that no faithful fan of Star Trek is looking forward to continuing, there are a number of red flags for the show already. One is the inclusion of Robert Picardo as the emergency medical hologram. While his inclusion is not necessarily a bad thing, as the character and actor are beloved by Trek fans, his outing in Star Trek Prodigy was excellent. There is a massive world building problem with bringing him to live action now that's obvious. Why would a hologram age and gain weight? Well, to accommodate how the actor currently looks. Nighthawk, good to see you. How are you doing today?
Yes, hello, Nighthawk.
It says the actor admitted he was nervous about reprising the role in a recent interview with SFX magazine. Well, you always do because Voyager is a well beloved iteration of Star Trek. I don't know. People have a different view on it now. It's not as well beloved as you might think, Robert. There's a question of how the fans will accept me as a character who, in theory, never changes, even though the actor playing their beloved hologram is 30 years older, a little heavier, a little shorter. Beyond having a holographic person who's aged a few decades, even though he's been existing over 700 years, there's another hologram, this time in the form of a fat young black woman.
Very exciting.
The question is with her is raised as a cadet at the academy, why would Starfleet not just program her to not need to be at the academy? It seems like a waste of resources to have someone in an entry level as a holographic program who doesn't have the skills needed and has to spend years learning a trade when she can simply instantly be upgraded with whatever knowledge she needs. Well, this is Alex Kurtzman Trek. None of it makes sense. None of it has made sense since it debuted. It really hasn't. You will never hear me praise Kurtzman Trek because what I've seen, it's not worth praising, in my opinion. Then there's Klingon, Jaden. The name is cringy enough, but the actor has warned fans the character is not a warrior, but a healer. Something that flies in the face of Klingon culture. The designs are interesting to say the least, with an eyebrow ring and the male character depicted as wearing a skirt in the promos, as you can see here. Yes, they had the scans in Next Generation, and guess what? The producers went, "This is a bad idea," and they stopped using them. But perhaps worst of all is the half Klingon, half jem'hadar character. This makes no sense given Star Trek lore, as jem'hadar don't breed, aren't sentient, and are designed as killing machines from pods. How does an obese woman end up at Starfleet Academy as an instructor? Beyond the fact that there seems to be no health and fitness standards to be in Starfleet, it's getting absurd with the characters. Every character you've seen in Star Trek before has had to undergo a wellness check, a fitness exam, in order to maintain their position in Starfleet. And Tim, good to see you, brother. Yeah, it absolutely sucks, Tim.
What's up, Tim?
I hope your day's been going well. A new promo image makes it worse, though. The Jem'hadar is conducting fitness classes. Maybe she needs to take a few of these herself before trying to instruct students. This is perhaps one of the most absurd promotional images yet, as it highlights how stupid the world building is for Starfleet Academy in the most poignant of forms. They've paid almost no attention to detail, though some fans are suggesting Kurtzman knows he's on the way out at Paramount and has intentionally sabotaged Star Trek to the greatest degree possible as a gesture on the way out the door. We'll see soon enough how bad Starfleet Academy is when it premieres next Thursday on Paramount Plus. That's right, everybody. Sign up for Paramount Plus and watch the latest addition to Kurtzman Trek. Ugh. Even Stevie Wonder can see this looks bad. Yeah, it nothing that they have produced has been good. I know there are people who will say, Pacific, what about Picard season 3? I understand where some people are coming from, where they actually enjoyed parts of season 3, if not the whole thing. But for me, it still was a Hail Mary. It was admitting that your stuff isn't any good. So we're going to bring back this cast that you all enjoyed from a show that you all enjoyed that was on for 7 seasons, 26 episodes each season, and try to save our crap. But gonna switch streams? Okay. Appreciate that, Helion. But as far as this show is concerned, I have no interest in watching it, and no, I will not hate watch it. I will not do it for clicks. I will not do it for views. I am interested in hearing what other people have to say about it when they watch it, but as
Yep.
far as doing it myself, no. I've done it with Discovery, 3 seasons of Discovery.
Yep.
Watch
Mike. Yep.
No.
Mike will not watch it on a boat. He will not watch it on a plane. He will not.
Good. I'm glad you caught on to what I was doing. He does pay attention, folks, and here I thought he wasn't.
I know, of course. Just not to Baron most of the time. He's crazy.
No. Baron's always looking for that donut,
Yes.
or he's looking for some kind of MacGuffin. Hey
Uh-huh.
guys, over here, Baron.
Yep.
That's a
Or
wall.
or he'll bring up some actor that I'm supposed to know about from some
Oh, come
long
on,
time
man.
ago.
Or he'll bring up a show and
I'm like, who's this person?
some
Let me go look him up.
some
Then Baron
shows
will
he'll
say,
bring
how
up.
can I know this, man?
Yeah, I know.
Yes,
Or some
because
shows that he brings up, it's like, yeah, I've heard of that show, never watched it. And then other
right.
shows, it's like, what are you smoking, Baron?
That's right.
Never heard of that show.
No.
You okay, Baron? You on something?
Yes. Probably is.
Yeah. But what do you have to say about this article, Cash?
I don't know. It's a bunch of it's ridiculous to me. I don't know. I don't. It's just more checking a box, I guess, and whatever. Um, it's just the way it is. Checking a box, and I don't know. Like you said, it's hard for me to care about where Trek is going right now because after that season 3 of Picard, that show is just. It wasn't even like so much of an agenda, really. It was just all over the place, and it was like, "Are you kidding me?" This. Yeah, there was a bit of an agenda, and I don't know. I just not was not a
There's always
fan of
been an
Picard.
agenda with
Yeah,
Kurtzman Trek
I just don't.
to
I didn't
represent
like
certain
a
characters
lot of
in a
things they
light
did.
that makes them, untouchable.
They said
The-
things in there that were ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
so certain things.
well, in season 1 of Picard, for example, when Picard's at a Romulan refugee camp and the Romulans are saying, "You let us down. What are you doing here on this world?" And Picard goes, "I'm so sorry I let you down." That's not Picard. Picard
No.
would have found a way.
He gets yelled at by Shaw and other people. I'm sorry. We need to have you go sit in this other room, Picard. It's just.
Captain Picard.
Uh,
Yes, that was me in another show. Yes,
no.
but
I
but
just.
now
Mhm.
I'm just a sad reflection of what I used to be.
Yeah. And I just don't like the makeup on this
No,
jem'hadar either.
No, I mean, let me pull up an image of the jem'hadar that you saw on DS9. And how are you doing, Jet? Good to see you, brother.
Hello, Jet.
So give me a second. All right. I want a good image. I don't want that image. That image is too blurry. No, I didn't ask for the wards, huh? I asked for a jem'hadar. Here.
Yeah, I'm sure that just like the Klingons, they've changed the makeup on the Klingons for these new Trek shows too, except for Worf obviously looked the same in the Kurtzman, or the not Kurtzman, the Terry.
actually not a good image.
Yeah,
Bear with me as I try to find a good image of
Terry Metalis, right? Yeah, Terry Metalis.
Yeah, it was Terry Metalis that did season 3 of
Yeah.
Picard.
Yep.
What? No, not a Cardassian, a jem'hadar. I hate it when you're searching for something and it doesn't bring up what you're looking for. There, thank you. This will work.
Good makeup in a show should be always important, and what we're seeing lately is just like, ugh.
All
Why
right.
does she need to teach a fitness class? I mean, in the holodeck.
I mean,
guess not.
honestly, they had rooms on the Enterprise D that they could teach.
Yeah, I mean, we saw even in TNG, they were exercising and talking and stuff, just things that obviously would be going on a ship. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Jet.
Padawan be Wednesday already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I know Padawan is just itching, going F1, F1, F1.
He is, man. He's itching for it. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? No, Padawan be not yet.
And that's how they portrayed him in season 1 of Picard, is as a stupid old man, Jet. But there you see their Jem'hadar. Now, this is a real Jem'hadar.
Yeah, look at the makeup on that. Okay, I guess that's kind of close. We can do a side by side comparison, I guess, but I don't.
And I get it that this is supposed to be half Klingon, half Jem'hadar, but come on. Half Klingon, half Jem'hadar. Real Jem'hadar.
Yeah, see, there's just
They are
more
bred
like.
to fight by the
Mhm.
founders.
And then we look at the other one again.
Okay, boss. Give me a second, boss.
See, it doesn't have as much detail.
No,
Some, but
it lacks the
yeah,
detail. Even
yeah, it
B'Elanna
does.
Torres in Voyager, who was half human, half Klingon, still had the forehead ridges. They
Mm-hmm.
may not have been as prominent as Worf's, but they were still there.
Yeah.
They were still noticeable.
It just looks less. It's not that the makeup looks terrible, but it looks less. Just so much more detail with that. I love that. It's
Yeah.
just different and unique. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, Tree Mug. I don't know if you're a Star Trek fan at all, but if you ever get into Star Trek and you start watching Deep Space Nine, the Jem'Hadar are introduced in the season 2 finale called Jem'Hadar, and it's all part of a slow buildup that they've had all that season. There's something out there in this part of the galaxy. It's been destroying not just Federation ships who are Starfleet, but also Klingon ships, Cardassian ships, and Romulan ships. And their motto is obedience brings victory, and victory is life. They live for the battle, they will die in battle.
Yeah. I agree, Godzillionaire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again,
It's not even the same color. Wouldn't
No.
the females have the same color?
if there actually were female Jem'Hadar, yes, they would have the
If-
same color.
Okay, so they're making up something that wasn't even there before. Okay, of course, because there can't be, or is there some kind of I don't know glitch or something that there could be some kind
Well,
of
when the founders
uh-huh.
breed them, that they add,
So Jem'hadar
the
is always
chromosome
go
to
ahead.
make
Yeah.
them female.
Mhm.
Of course, the founders could do that,
Yes,
but
that's
the
a good
founders didn't do that because they needed warriors to fight for them.
Okay, so the Jem'hadar have always been only male, then, right? That's
Yes.
how it's always been presented, and so now they're changing this because of course,
Yeah, they're genderless.
so they're genderless.
They have no specific gender.
Boy,
They don't have reproductive organs.
then they should just So they're not. They're genderless. Okay, so then they
Yeah.
just. But they're saying this is a female. Okay.
Yes, yes. I'll bring it back up on screen.
Come on, man.
Yes, she is supposedly part Klingon,
If they're
part
genderless.
Jem'Hadar.
Okay.
I know someone can argue, but what if the founders changed their genetic makeup over the
Sure.
years?
Yeah, I'm sure that
The
could
founders, and I'm quoting a line from Deep Space Nine.
Uh-huh.
We have existed long before the Federation was ever a thought. We have been around for 2,000 years, and we will remain around until long after the Federation has crumbled into dust. The founders, who are shapeshifters, who have been persecuted by the solids, created the Jem'Hadar, and also helped the Vorta seek evolution, as far as the founders were concerned, to fight their battles against those who oppressed them. They want full and total control from the chaos that the Klingons bring in their eyes, Romulans bring in their eyes, Ferengi, Cardassians, and the Federation.
But now one of them would be part of Starfleet.
They can't reproduce.
So wait, then this is also the first time that a female jem'hadar is part of Starfleet as well, Mike.
This is the first time you ever see a female Jem'hadar. This is the first time of any Jem'hadar is part of Starfleet.
Oh my gosh, dude.
The founders pretty much create the Jem'hadar in a factory. Their test tube.
That's okay. That's crazy. That's really ridiculous to me. Or
Yeah.
nonsense. Okay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous as to where they're taking established alien species, established lore, and just twisting it for their own stupid shows. Yep. Yeah, like I said, the Jem'hadar are manufactured in a specific way to meet the founders' needs.
That's really ridiculous.
Well, for fans like me, like Baron, like Cash, and anyone else, we do look at this stuff and say, no, 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 no. You have to follow what's already been established, how it's been established, and stay within those lines, stay within that sandbox. Tim says in the year 65, 65, you won't need no husband. You won't need no wife. You'll pick your son, you'll pick your daughter, too, from the bottom of the long glass tube. Yeah, yeah. The song 2525 is an excellent song. Yeah, it may take the fun out of reproducing Helion, but that's how it was established for the founders, also known as the Changelings. And Padawanami says they Jurassic Parked them a certain hormone, a certain time, but we just deny them that. Life finds a way. It will find a way, but it's never been explained what the Jem'hadar originated from. Yes, a changeling, a founder, a shapeshifter. I don't know, DJ. What do you think about Fat Jem'hadar teaching a fitness class in Starfleet Academy? I'll wait for DJ's answer. Well, when you see their planet for the first time, there's not really a forest. The Jem'hadar originated from Delta Quadrant dinosaurs. That's a completely different episode, completely different series. But I get what you're saying, DJ.
Oh man.
I would love you to riff this show if you were going to.
Well,
I wouldn't be able to do it alone.
dude,
I'd
uh,
have to have somebody in the trenches with me. If we're
wait.
gonna put boots on the ground, I have to have someone in the trenches with me.
Oh man, we already went through the
But
whole
I mean,
season of
yeah, we
Picard.
already went through that crap of season 3 of Picard. You guys, if you could have only heard me in the Discord, you think I'm foul mouthed during this stream? I was more foul mouthed watching it in Discord than anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your reference is spot on, DJ. Yeah. That dinosaur species that you see in Voyager in that episode that's traveling at transwarp. Yeah, they did something that even Starfleet hasn't been able to fully accomplish. Starfleet has tried, and that's how we got salamanders in Voyager.
If you, Helion, if you, oh yeah, you do have Discord. We'll tell you more about later in Discord.
Yeah. We'll give you
If you
the
really want to know.
the rundown if you want to know. I understand it.
Uh,
If you're like, I don't care, I get it. I get it.
uh,
But yeah. I am not gonna pay for a Paramount Plus subscription just to riff on this. Like I said. Hey, good point too.
yep.
Because,
We'll find another topic you do like talking about, Helion.
but you know what, Cash?
Yeah.
If we did riff this, I got a feeling I would leave the studio on Rumble. I would just say nope.
I have a bad feeling that this would even be worse than what we watched of season 3 of Picard. And we know other people we've even had on the panel that we enjoyed it, but that they enjoyed it. Excuse me, not us.
And again, there's nothing wrong if somebody actually enjoyed season 3 of Picard. Just because I didn't enjoy it doesn't mean they shouldn't.
It's all right. Sci-fi is not for everyone, Helion. It's just good to, if you only people that want to talk about sci-fi and stuff. That's okay, I guess. But people should open up their horizons, have some more variety. Like if somebody's not really into sci-fi and they're on a date, for example, probably not the best idea to talk about Star Wars. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how many of us, and there are a few of us out there, are not only sci-fi fans, but we're also baseball fans. And, the moment you see that, for me, for example, that the Cubs game is about to come on, you're like, see you guys, gotta go watch the Cub game. Where are you into that sports ball? It's baseball. I love it.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, Lord of the Rings kicks some ass, no doubt.
Yeah.
A lot of ass, more than some, but.
And speaking of Lord of the Rings, next weekend you can go to the theater and catch The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and Return of the King.
Oh.
Back to the theaters.
All
I've
worth
never
watching.
seen them in the theaters.
Yeah.
I want to go see them in the theaters.
I can see why people want to do that.
I've watched them at home, and as I've said before, but we do have some new people, so they haven't heard this story yet. It was back in 2021. I had my HBO Max subscription at the time, and I thought, you know what? I want to watch The Lord of the Rings and check it out. I've read the books a little bit, but I'm not well versed on it. But I thought I'm going to go ahead and watch The Lord of the Rings. Now they had the theatrical version on there, but they also had the extended version. And I decided, heck it, I'm going to dive into the deep end and watch the theatrical version of all 3 movies. And I enjoyed it. And I'm sitting there and going, you dumbass, you should have gone to the movie theater to see these when they came out. But
Yeah, I
no,
did
you're like, oh, these look stupid. That's not the
that.
first time I've said, oh, this looks stupid, and then
Yeah.
watch the movie and go, you dumbass.
Yep, I definitely saw all of them in the theaters.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had to watch The Hobbit by myself in the theater.
Well, that's
Hey, at least
why,
you got a private showing.
yeah, if people want to watch stuff and people are cool and chill and stuff, there's always like watch parties people can do in the Discord, in VC. So
Or
put
in
on the
Cosby,
words,
like we
talk and
do it here on
chill, and
Pop
get to
Talk.
know each other, whatever. Yep, exactly.
And again, you got straight to the point, Cash.
Hmm.
You know, even doing streaming. You're welcome here as long as you're chill, as long as you're cool. But the moment you're, a dick, then I'm gonna say bye bye. See you later. No, I've gotten to the point, especially as I get older, I'm not putting up with a lot of crap anymore.
Nope. Got his broom out. He started poking people. It's terrible.
It wasn't a broom, Cash. It was a bat.
I don't know. Use the other side of the broom. So
I'm like Clint Eastwood in Gran Turismo. Get off my lawn.
yeah, Gran Torino, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I said Gran Torino.
Okay. Fair.
Okay. Fair.
I
Yeah,
guess. Go back to it. I thought you.
you won't be kicked if you friendly heckle.
No. No, Mike and I are jackasses, but we have our limits usually.
I mean, Padawaнаbe's still here, and he heckles us all the time.
Yeah, Padawaнаbe is something we don't know. Times we want to throw water balloons at him, but it's all right.
I know. It would be nice to have a Cosme app or Discord app on your
Oh
TV.
yeah, Cosme's still having problems, isn't it? Freaking Cosme.
It wasn't having problems Saturday.
Okay. Well, good.
I noticed
Okay.
one glitch, but there was
All right, I'll
the
try it
one glitch
again.
from the
but
Amazon side, but
not that I haven't seen F1
it wasn't
already,
Cosme.
but I'll try it again on Sunday and see what's going on. But
All right.
it's a website where you can watch stuff. It's a watch party thing.
Yeah. It allows you to do a live stream.
Yep.
Here on YouTube, but if you're going to be watching something over on Cosme, it allows people to come in and watch the movie. It's what I was using this past Saturday, to talk about the episode Damage from Enterprise with DJ Ronnie G. That's how we were watching it and also commentating on it at the same time, because we can't show any copyrighted material on YouTube. We use that, so we're not saying, oh, you have to go into the Discord, you have to go here, you have to go there. No, but you came in for a short period. So you were still there.
She was around.
Yes. But it just makes it easier so everybody can watch it, because again, there are some people that don't have a Discord. They don't want a Discord. Yeah, but you were still there, so it still counts in my book.
Yeah, that counts.
But yeah, Starfleet Cat. You know what? I can't wait is to hear the reviews from people who are on different ends, to hear what they actually have to say. Yes, you're gonna always have somebody that will watch something and play a game and say, "Oh, this game's great. There's no flaws." But I want to hear it from the people that are going to be completely honest and say, "Yeah, we're going to need another boat."
Mm.
Our YouTube leader is very anti-Discord. I mean, it's a good way to communicate with people, and times when Cash needs to talk or I need to talk to Cash and Baron about what's coming up on the show, I'll just give them a call on Discord because you don't always want to give out your personal telephone number to everybody
Right. Yeah,
because you don't know
Discord's
what they're gonna do with it.
Discord's nice for things. Usually, I mean, it's not. Sometimes there can be some little wonky problems, but uh, that's cool. And you can just set up VC, chill in there, watch stuff, stream a game. They give you a lot of stuff, and you can do it all for free, of course, as long as you have an internet connection. But you know, I was, but yeah, which is nice. And
Mhm.
sometimes it gets a little wonky, and Discord can crash here and there. But overall, the experience is pretty smooth. So
The experience can be smooth. I mean, we've had
yeah,
experience where
yes,
I can't hear you, you can't hear me.
hmm
We can see that the person is talking because it'll flash the green ring as the person's talking, but we can't hear anything, so we have to type to the person, "Can't hear you."
exactly.
But yeah, and thank you for introducing Tree Mug to the channel as well. Glad to have Tree Mug here. Glad that everybody who wants to watch tonight is here because this is how I look at it. Whether I'm streaming on YouTube, whether I'm streaming on Twitch, Rumble, wherever it is, you're not guaranteed viewership each and every time you go live. There have been many times where I've been talking to myself during a game stream when I'm, you know, playing the game and say, okay, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to go over there. And there hasn't been anybody there. But I've enjoyed getting to know Pat Wannabe, for instance, who says, oh man, that Doomsday teaser with Cyclops is awesome. That image is classic. That image is classic, but I'm still skeptical, Pat. I don't want them to mess it up, but I got a feeling they're gonna mess it up. It's great to see Cyclops the way he looked in the comics and also in the animated series, but they can't mess it up, and it's Disney. They're known to mess things up. And Helion says that she met Arlena on a game, and we all got to know each other more that way on Discord. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good way. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when I first started talking with Steven, Arlena, and Arwen, that's how I got to know him. Wolverine, that's how I got to know him. Shane, that's how I got to know him. And Patty says, "Oh yeah, for sure, me too. Yeah, yeah." So, again, they can present you, a meal that looks excellent, but then when you go to bite into that meal and you start chewing, say it's a steak, you start chewing on the steak and it's either too tough or undercooked. Yeah, yeah, you never know how you're going to be introduced to other channels, and that's what's great about having a channel, whether it be on YouTube or Rumble, or for someone that doesn't even stream at all. You have a Discord and you start having a conversation with people. You start learning about people and getting their different personalities. Finding out that Baron loves that forbidden donut.
He does. Really does.
Yeah, it is a good game. I should play it again. Maybe I'll play it at some point during tomorrow's stream after I'm done with doing whatever it is I want to do in Shinobi. But are you all ready for our last article?
Dun, dun, dun.
Are you ready? Are you ready? I hope you are,
Ready.
because our next article is also our final article. Yeah. Cash and I aren't going very long tonight, so it's gonna be our last article. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
You can still send us always a message in Discord or whatever, Hellion, if you want. It's not a big deal.
So it says Netflix is pushing for a 17-day theatrical window after a Warner Brothers deal, and theaters aren't happy. This comes from Joy Parr of Geek Tyrant, as you can see up here. And it says late last year, the entertainment industry was rocked by the news that Netflix had officially acquired Warner Brothers Discovery. They may have officially acquired, but it still has to go through the FCC, who has to either approve or deny the deal.
Mm-hmm.
In a deal reportedly valued at 82.7 billion. It was the kind of seismic shift that instantly sparked anxiety across Hollywood, especially among movie theater owners who saw the writing on the wall the moment the announcement dropped. Oh, yeah, we all saw the writing on the wall. I mean, everybody who has ever attended a movie, especially recently, knows that theaters are struggling. You know, Jet, you asked me about it on Sunday, and I said that things are probably going to be changing if Warner Brothers is sold to Netflix and Netflix gets their way. So this isn't a good deal. And I'm not saying the deal with Paramount Skydance would be good either, because it's not. Yeah, they have a
Yeah,
new show that's not sci-fi. Well, then that rules out Fallout.
that's true.
It says exhibitors wasted no time responding. Cinema United issued a strongly worded statement shortly after the deal went public, laying out why the merger felt like an existential threat to theaters worldwide. The proposed acquisition of Warner Brothers by Netflix poses an unprecedented threat to the global exhibition business. Cinema United stands ready to support industry changes that lead to increased movie production and give consumers more opportunities to enjoy a day at the local theater. But Netflix's stated business model does not support theatrical exhibition. In fact, it's the opposite. Regulators must look closely at the specifics of this proposed transaction and understand the negative impact it will have on consumers, exhibition, and entertainment industry. Well, I mean, let's also look at it from this perspective too. For some people, they may not be able to get to the movie theater as often as they used to because of the price
Right.
of the ticket, the price of the concession.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're, more than one person, that adds up quickly. So people have to be selective about which movie they're going to see in the theater and which movie they might rent from Amazon, or, go to Fandango to rent it, or wait for it to come on something like Netflix or Paramount Plus, wherever. I mean, heck, remember when we were told that doing streaming, as far as these different streaming services were concerned, you can cut the cord of cable. Well, now it's just as expensive, if not more expensive, than having a cable company provide your entertainment. And just says, I want my local movie theater to go out of business. I don't want my local theater to go out of business because if my local theater goes out of business, the closest one is an hour and a half to almost 2 hours away. And that's too far to drive for a movie.
So what? Less options? We get rid of all movie theaters, then we have less options, and we give more control to these companies.
Well, I don't want to give them more control.
I don't.
I don't want to have less options. We need more options.
That's right.
This mega deal between Netflix and Warner Brothers would risk removing 25% of the annual domestic box office if films that are traditionally given a robust theatrical release by Warner Brothers disappear from theaters. And we've already seen how much the theater business domestically has suffered in this past year. It didn't make as much money as they had hoped. Just like 2024 didn't make as much money as they hoped. 2023 didn't make as much money as they hoped. Theaters have been struggling since the pandemic. Netflix currently grants only a handful of their films a token theatrical release, and the overwhelming Netflix's reputation for prioritizing streaming over cinemas has been earned over years of short runs and limited releases. Still, Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos pushed back on the idea that theaters are about to be left behind. We've released about 30 films into theaters this year, so it's not like we have this opposition to movies in theaters, he said during a call with Wall Street. My pushback has been mostly in the fact of the law on exclusive windows, which we don't really think are that consumer friendly. Why not give movie theaters that law exclusive window to have the movie out at their theater, generate that theater chain, even if it's an independent theater chain, some money for the ticket sales, not just the concessions, so that people have a place to go and relax after a day at work, or you know maybe they want to have a movie night and they're not willing to wait for that movie to come out on streaming. It says that comment cuts straight to the heart of the issue. Traditional 30 to 45 theatrical windows, and that's 30 to 45-day windows, were already weakened by the pandemic. But major chains have been working hard to bring them back as box office numbers slowly climb. Sarandos made it clear he doesn't see Netflix shifting course so much as continuing its long-standing philosophy. Sorry. I wouldn't look at this as a change in approach for Netflix movies or Warner Brother movies. For that matter, Toronto's went on. I think over time the windows will evolve to be much more consumer friendly to meet the audience where they are. All those things that we'd like to do. But I'd say that right now you should count on everything that has planned on going to the theaters through Warner Brothers will continue to go to the theaters through Warner Brothers, and Netflix movies will take the same path as they have, which is some of them do have a short run in the theater beforehand. It's just isn't a good idea. It's not a good idea to limit the consumer on your product. If you want someone to support your movie, keep it out there long enough so they have time to actually see it. No, I understand
Yes.
if the movie's not performing well at a theaters will get rid of it. I get that. But in places where the movie is thriving, wouldn't you think that you'd want to give someone a chance to still see it? I don't know. Am I alone here? And Helion says, I have to do other things when I watch a movie or I fall asleep. Movie theaters make it difficult for me to stay awake. Yeah. Some people they've gotten to the point where they're not going to go to the movie theater for various reasons. And Tree Nug says the last movie theater I went to had a recliner and they brought food too. Yeah, yeah, those, as I like to call them, the fancy theaters. But the ones where you get your ticket, you have an assigned area to sit, and then you order from their menu, and they bring it right to you. Yeah, there's one about 2 hours away from me. I've never been in it, but I had an idea of going into that theater one time, but just never took it. But I do want to say hello to Lady Miss. Good to see you. Hope you're doing
Oh,
well
Lady
this evening.
Mist.
And Godzillionaire says
Yes.
that 17-day thing will kill movie theaters.
Like,
I think that's what Netflix wants to do.
this is what they want to do, and then there's a number of people like, we don't care about this anymore. We don't care, and then people are like, say things like, this is just another example. Would you continue to buy physical media? Would you continue with people? Other people like, no, but then other people are like, yeah, and then they show their collections. So people still care about these things. A lot of people, not just a few, but a lot of people. And so when you give people less choices, and then you just want to watch everything on streaming, where you can't watch everything on streaming, because even if you have all these different streaming sites that you're subscribed to, look at how much money you're spending every year. It's crazy. And they don't even have everything. Even if you just had Netflix, you still wouldn't get everything.
No,
HBO, you
no,
wouldn't get
because
everything.
you have to
Peacock,
sign up
you
for
wouldn't get
Netflix. You
everything.
have to sign up for
Exactly.
Disney Plus. You have to sign up for HBO Max
Yep.
just to be able to catch all the shows, and that's not even covering it all. What about Amazon and having to have an Amazon Prime membership to watch movies and shows?
Yep. It's crazy.
And Amazon Prime isn't cheap.
No, it's not.
And Helion says the last movie that she saw in the theater was the vampire movie with Jared Leto on March 31st, 2022. Are you talking about Morbius?
Yeah, I think she is. That's what she's talking about.
And Gazillionaire says he did see a podcast talking about how having all this content hurts us as a society. Yeah, it's too much. It's sensory overload.
Yep.
Too much of something can be a terrible thing. Growing up, there were like 5 to 6 shows total. Everyone watched them, so we had a shared cultural base. Yeah, yeah. I mean, remember going into school the next day after watching a popular show, or going into work the next day after watching a popular show,
Mm-hmm.
when you only had the networks like ABC, NBC,
Mm-hmm.
CBS,
Yes.
and I'll even include UPN and Warner
Yep.
Brothers during that time.
Mm-hmm.
But people would go into work. They would say, "Hey, did you see that latest Friends episode? Did you see 90210? Did you
Yep. Did you see Buffy the Vampire? Did you see Dawson's
did,
Creek?
did you watch that last episode of Roseanne?" And
Yeah. Did you watch Seinfeld?
mhm.
Did
It
you
was
watch
water cooler talk.
Yes. Yeah, those are. Matlock's a good show. Still is. I don't care about female Matlock. Nothing against. What's her name? But Kathy Bates. But
Yeah,
yeah, there is no reason we need a female Matlock. But whatever.
yeah. And Helion says she misses living in a slower world. Yeah, nowadays is we want it now, 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 now. Give it to me now. When before, no, we had patience. And the Godzillionaire says it's Morbin time. Well, I mean, think about it. Something like Power Rangers wouldn't have been a success now if it debuted now, like it was back in '93.
I don't think so.
Not, it wouldn't have been the success that it became. It wouldn't have had that cultural impact. Star
Mhm.
Trek: The Next Generation being in syndication allowed people to catch it much easier than being on a network. Matlock and In the Heat of the Night. Yep, I used to watch the both, and not because my grandparents liked them. I like the shows too.
Yeah, Matlock's still a good show.
Yeah, I mean, what would Married with Children, if they had done it today, worked on a streaming service? I don't think so.
I'm not sure about that.
But this article goes on to say, according to sources cited by Deadline, Netflix has been advocating internally for a 17-day theatrical window. The report claims that such a move would steamroll the theatrical business, especially as chains like AMC continue to argue that the line needs to be held closer to 45 days. It does. You need to give these businesses a chance to survive. We're
Yes.
losing a lot of businesses anymore because if you're looking for a store to shop in, I'm noticing a lot of them are closing because people are shopping online because it's more convenient.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, Cash, but if I notice that my local Walmart or even my local Target has the item I'm looking for in stock, I'm not going to order it from Amazon. I'm going to get in my car
Yeah.
and I'm going to
Hmm.
drive to the store to pick it
I
up.
I think it's good to still pick stuff up from the store. I mean, yeah, I buy stuff from Amazon here and there and other places, but I mean, I picked up my Switch 2 at the actual store, so mhm. So it's still good. There, I still buy stuff at the Apple store if I need it.
Hmm.
So certain things.
And Helion says that she was raised by her grandparents. And those shows I watched with my papa. Yeah, those shows bring back memories. I mean, when my grandmother would come over, and this is my grandmother on my mom's side, when she would come over and watch my sister and I, we would turn on NBC because NBC had two shows that she liked: Empty Nest and Golden Girls.
Hmm.
So that was my first exposure to the Golden Girls. And Pops, it's good to see you, brother. Pops has an excellent video available on his channel right now reviewing Mirror Mirror. And Pops says about this proposal, 17 days is a joke. AMC should just demand Fathom event style special events than to demand more money, higher ticket prices. Well, the thing is, Pops, this is Netflix's proposal if they get Warner Brothers. They want this 17-day window. Theater chains like AMC and others don't. They want the theatrical release to still remain at 45 days. And it says from a purely financial standpoint, Netflix's position isn't hard to understand. Most movies earn the bulk of their box office revenue in the first 2 to 3 weeks, but theaters don't rely on longer windows just to squeeze out extra dollars from a single title. That exclusivity helps sell the idea that seeing a movie in a theater is an event worth leaving the house for. And that's what movies used to be. And there you can catch his Mirror Mirror review. Thank you for posting the link, brother. And Helion says, I realize now I'm older how much I didn't understand about the Golden Girls. No, when we're watching it as kids, I can't say I understood, the humor in it and what it was really about. But now that I'm getting older, I understand it a lot more than I did.
That's all right, Helion. I'll send you some suggestions of some shows later if you want.
You don't have to apologize for talking a lot.
That's what
That's
we
what I like to
want.
see.
That's what people want in the chat. We want people to talk a lot. That's the whole point.
Excuse me. I just got to try to keep up with it.
It's all good. There's two of us here. We'll be fine.
I know.
All right, I'll do that.
Hold on 1 second. All right, I'm good. It says it's also worth noting that the report doesn't suggest a 17-day window is a done deal. It sounds more like an option on the table rather than a locked in policy. Oh, come on. Netflix wants this to be a done deal. Even if Netflix does push for shorter runs, it's tough to imagine the company yanking a major blockbuster from the theaters if it's still pulling in serious money. Oh, these studios have done stupider things. And Helion is saying on the game channel, our leader can't keep up with the chat. Yeah, depending on how
Mm-hmm.
big the channel is and how many chatters are in the chat, it can be very difficult. Let's take a look at channels like Doomcock, for example, or Nerdrotic, or
Mm-hmm.
any of the bigger channels that do
Yep.
live streams, and everybody that's chatting at once, and it's all popping up as like they can't address everybody. They
Yeah,
might address a couple,
yeah,
but
it's if it really gets crazy. Like, have you ever watched Twitch channel, or I don't know about there? I'm sure there's speed running obviously on YouTube as well, but the chat goes so crazy that the streamer doesn't even bother with it. But he's doing speed runs, so he has to focus a lot. Got to beat those times or whatever they need to do. So. But there's some crazy stuff going on in those chats. But yeah, it's just boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So
I mean, yeah, I I know I don't have nearly the amount of chats going all at once on any of my channels, but if I did, I would try to at least take a look at what's being said if I could and highlight it. But even then, that's if I could. I mean, if the chat right now was racing, I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. Just being honest.
yeah,
I think I'm getting a cold.
that's not good.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
But the problem is with all this stuff is Netflix. It's just more control. It's always more control. You see this time and time again, and you see it gets worse and worse and worse. They take away less options from the consumers. The companies are controlling more. Then they want you to spend more money, and it's just a bunch of crap. It really is. So hopefully, I don't. What I think is Warner should go with some other company that really is going to care about them, and there's got to be some. I wish there could be a number of people, fans, together a number of money, raise money, and buy Warner Brothers. I think things might be better then, but even then, there might be too many talking heads. But still, what do we do with this? What should we do with this? So, yeah.
I hope I'm not getting the cold either, there, Lady Mist.
So, but you have to have these companies that have money, and even fans putting together all this money or trying to. it would still end up being a problem. But Netflix owning Warner is just not good. Paramount owning Warner to me is not good either. Either way, it sucks.
I mean, if you had to choose the lesser of two evils, I think Paramount Skydance would be that lesser of two evils, but that seemed not saying much.
No.
Because again, the way it's going to affect the consumer is the fact that you're going to have these streaming services that are going to go up in price.
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
good point.
that's going to be the
Props.
given.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
Yeah, so am I. Considering that they do have some good movies on there, and also they have some good shows that some people like. For example,
Mhm.
you and Crit like Ted Lasso, Cash.
We did until season 3, but yeah, one of the few things I've ever watched on Apple TV. So. But yeah, I think they have some quality content on there. Just once again, it's just another streaming service. Do you have this? Do you have that? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of nice. You pay for a certain amount of money, and then you get a lot of these streaming services like Six or something with Spectrum because they couldn't handle them by themselves. They can't maintain them by themselves. They need something like Spectrum. So
Well, with Spectrum and Disney having to make that deal in order to have Disney programming and excuse me, sorry about that, folks, and ABC, you know, on Spectrum, it's like I'm sorry, even with the cable providers making that deal, what if I don't want Disney Plus?
right, exactly.
Why can't you ask, a subscriber, do you want this? Give them the option. Do you
Yeah,
want this or do you not want this? If they don't want this, well, then it's not part of their channel lineup.
right.
And it's good to see Penny. I hope you're
Hello,
doing well
Penny.
this evening.
Yeah. The problem is with all this stuff. That's why a lot of people are very they don't want to look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is, and they have every right to do this, but I think the FCC needs to step in sometimes and say, "What are we doing?"
That's their job, is to step in and
That's
make
what they're
sure that
supposed
we
to
don't
do.
have these monopolies, but
Yeah,
they haven't been doing it. Look at Disney. They shouldn't be owning half of what they own, but they've just let it slide. Like, okay, yeah, you can have Fox. You want Fox? You want Marvel? You want
right.
Star Wars? There you go.
The problem is that these companies that are taking over this stuff, they don't want to maintain this stuff for years and years and years and years and whatever to come. They'll change things they don't need to change and all this stuff, but sure, Netflix can do some good stuff. I really liked One Piece, but then there's other times I just don't care for them. Uh, yeah. Well, the thing about the Dodgers, since you brought that
Okay,
up,
you got Cash started there, Haley, out there.
I'm not gonna go
The
too long
show's
on it,
over. I'll
but
just sit back.
yeah, right. Is that they are deferring money. It's not so much the owners should always spend money. Every owner should spend money. They can do a lot of things that the Dodgers can do. But the reason that a lot of these players lately, especially the last few years, have come to the Dodgers, and let me tell you, the Dodgers have their problems. I'm not going to sit here and say that the organization is perfect. They have an agenda sometimes, but the team itself, Dave Roberts, the players, um, they and the product, they want to put on a winning product all the time. And like I said, even winning the World Series is supposed to be hard. All this stuff is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. Um, it doesn't matter what team it is. But yes, if more owners would spend money, if players would defer money, if other players would stop being greedy about money, um, those things all will help your team. And you've got to find the right personnel to fit the team as well. So
Or you have to find the right front office people. You have to
that's right.
find the right scouts. the right
Yep.
coaches. And we're not
Yep.
just talking about the major league level here, Cash. We're
No,
talking about throughout the
that's right.
entire minor league system.
That's right. If you want to even put together a high school team, you've got to now. Sure, there's not going to be that money involved. There shouldn't be, but you've got to find the right players. Same with college players. The problem is now with the college students getting more, the college athletes getting more of a piece of the pie. It can open up Pandora's box. Surprisingly, a lot of other teams, including women's teams, basketball teams, gymnasts, other people haven't say, hey, why aren't we getting more of the piece of the pie? So I don't know. With the portal, with college basketball, and all the money that it brings in, and it brings in a lot of money every year, as well as a lot of these different sports, including obviously football, college football. The problem is also, well, okay, the school paid $4 million, for example, for this quarterback. And well, what if he doesn't perform that well for the year? Was he actually worth the $4 million? And so then more questions are answered or asked, as well as hopefully answered. But
And Pop says,
yeah,
"Oh no, Cash is defending the West Coast Yankees. You can't talk baseball finances because system is so total good." Yeah, yeah, you got that right. And you've got an owner in Tom Ricketts who owns the Cubs, my team, and he won't sign any free agents. Oh yeah, well, trade one of our top prospects to the Marlins like they did today for some starting pitching, but we won't actually go out there and sign a starting pitcher.
right. Well, like I said, the one of the reasons that a lot of these guys, they defer their money because they want to bring in other players, or they want to bring in their friends, or they want to, but people have to understand this, and people still think that it's just the money. The Dodgers before have spent a lot of money. They've lost to the Padres. They even lost to a team that cheated them in 2017. That's all been erased now, pretty much. It sucks, but it did happen. They cheated some other teams too, but they cheated the Dodgers the worst that year. And then a few years later, they actually won the title. It was legit. The Astros won legit. I can't say it wasn't. But whenever you're building, this is my feeling. I think Mike and we've talked about this a lot. Whenever you're building any
Cash and
kind of
I
great
have
team,
had multiple conversations in Discord
yep.
surrounding baseball.
It's baseball. You're playing a game. You're watching you're building a team. You're building a project. You're building this. You have to bring in the right people, and they have to have their egos checked at the door, because too much ego, there's a problem. That's why, for me, being a Lakers fan for all the years I have been, I never wanted LeBron James. There's certain things I don't like about him, and he's only brought the Lakers one title, which was the Disney ring, and I still mock that. But once again, it's just, when you want to build actual greatness, there's a lot involved. People have to be understanding about things. You have to figure out to be on the right page. You have to bring in the right people that will fit, because a lot of people don't. They want things this way, and they don't want to actually act like a team. This is why we see problems with stuff like gaming, for example. Marvel Rivals. Imagine if every team in Marvel Rivals actually wanted to work together, even random people. Imagine how good the games would be all the time.
Oh, Pops, Cash and I have had multiple conversations about the extra innings Ghost Runner.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Awful
I
rule.
hate that just as much as I hate the DH in the National League.
The thing is that these sports that are bringing in all this money, when they start doing some kind of stupid agenda, they can do whatever they want, but they have to understand that people aren't going to just be like, oh, I'll accept this. I'll always accept this. The Ghost Runner is idiotic. I'm still not really a fan of the DH thing. Yes, it worked out well for Ohtani and the Dodgers, but still, it's kind of like one of those things. Yes, we've accepted it, but we would rather have the NL not have the DH and give that pitcher a chance to see, hey, is he going to get a big hit? Other people will not agree with that, and that's fine. But when things are great, there has to be these other people that want to try to fix them. And you don't need to fix these things because they're really great. So just build on them. So the Ghost Runner is idiotic. Another example of this, I think it's idiotic personally, and this is just my opinion, when you're not allowing people to have their own server on a game. That's giving them less freedom. We're going to basically lock you into this server that you have to play on, and you will be playing with these random people unless you play with your friends, fine. But these are things that they've taken away that we had before. Just like with baseball, just like with football, how stupid the kickoff is now. The games can still be competitive, but the kickoff is idiotic.
I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't a fan of the shift. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, the shift.
But I also
right.
looked at it this way too.
Mhm.
It's still strategy. If you see
It
that
is.
a guy consistently hits to the right side of the field or the left side of the field, then what are you going to do? You're going to position your infielders where that person usually hits it and try to prevent that guy from getting the hit. And I'm like you, Helion. Don't like the designated hitter. Never really cared for interleague play.
Mm-hmm.
Interleague play pretty much destroyed what made the World Series special.
Hmm.
The World Series is the only time, and also, okay, the All-Star game too. The All-Star game and the World Series are the only time that you should have a National League team and an American League team meet up besides spring training, because every team in the Grapefruit League or the Cactus League meets up in spring training. But for the regular season and for all the marbles, that's the only time the American League and National League should meet up is in the World Series, not in interleague play. I know they do it in football,
Yep.
and that's football.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
but
I'm
not in baseball.
I'm not a big fan of all the teams playing each other during the season, but that's how things are now. And I mean, the World Series last year, the ratings were huge. So, it even got other people more interested in baseball, even if they're not Dodger or Blue Jay fans. But certain things continue to taint the game. A game that was already great, but this is what they want to do. They want to try to, what can we do to bring in these other people that think this is boring? And we'll make this more exciting. We'll bring in the pitch clock. We'll bring in this. They don't just do this with baseball, and they don't just do this with sports. They do this with a lot of things. I can even tell you they bring back an anime. They start changing things, for example. It's a whole list of stuff. Why? Certain things don't need to be changed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really annoying.
And Helion wants to know our thoughts on the league expanding. Yes, they do want to add 2 more teams.
I don't.
Charlotte's been mentioned. Tennessee's been mentioned. Portland's been mentioned. Maine's been mentioned as possible destinations. Do we need 32 teams? Well, you could ask me when we had 26 teams in the league. Do we need 28 teams? You could ask me when we had 28 teams in the league, do we need 30 teams? Mm-hmm. I liked it when we had 26 teams, Cash.
Yeah.
In the league.
Yes.
Because it gave you multiple chances to see your favorite team if you didn't live in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of seeing the Cubs, once per season, you could see them twice, maybe even 3 times during the season, playing the Padres in San Diego.
Right.
I like that. I miss that. I don't live in San Diego anymore, but
yeah,
I like. And yeah, Utah was mentioned as well. But do we need it? Is it going to take away from some of those classic rivalries? You got the Red
Yeah,
Sox and
right,
Yankees. You got the
exactly.
Cubs and Cardinals.
You got the Dodgers and the Giants. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, already playing everybody takes away from things like the divisions. So, um, once again, I would say if you're really passionate about something, whatever it is, do a lot of your own research. There's a lot of amazing stuff you can find on your own, and especially if people are ready to debate you about something or whatever. Just always, I would recommend, and I don't think this is talked about enough. More people need to do a lot of their own research. There's a lot of stuff you can find out. That's fine.
And another thing that they've been
Yeah.
talking about. I don't know if you or anyone that you you watch and listen to that talks baseball have even talked about this either. But what they're talking about is if the league goes to 32 teams, then your current National League and American League, Western Division, Central Division, and Eastern Division would cease to exist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the mindset, we'll say, or I'll say, is that we want to make things more exciting. We want to, the people think this is boring, what they say. Let's make this more exciting. Let's do this. Let's do that. The thing that I personally have always loved about baseball and why it's my favorite sport to still watch is the strategy. And when you start
Mhm.
taking that away from baseball, it hurts the game.
And Manfred and Selig helped take the strategy away. I mean,
Yes.
I loved it when you had both managers playing a game of chess. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna have our best hitter on deck. As
Mm-hmm.
long as he's not announced, we can still use him. But then, the opposing manager would counter and say, okay, they have him coming up. Well, guess what? Who do we have that pitches well against this guy? Whether they're righty or lefty. Okay, we have so and so. Get them warming up in the bullpen. Get them ready.
Mm-hmm.
I miss that strategy of taking a
Yes.
pitcher out
That's right. Me too.
when it's needed to.
Yep. And for other people, they like the pitch clock because it makes the game faster. Yet these games will still be about 3 hours, especially if there's extra innings. So I don't think it does as much as they think it does. But some people have said they like the pitch clock. The pitch clock. Other people have said they like the runner at second. It adds more strategy. I don't. I think it's stupid. Um,
Remember when they used to show the bench clearing brawls on TV during the game? They didn't cut away to the
yeah,
crowd, and
but
you would only hear
also,
the announcers talking about it. You would actually get to see the brawls. I mean, you're never going to
yeah,
see something like, you know, a Pittsburgh Pirates Cubs brawl from the early 90s where everybody was going at each other. You're never going to see someone like Andre Dawson throw a fit after getting hit, causing one of those brawls. And Andre Dawson got hit in the jaws, so you can understand why he was
yeah.
fired up.
But like even they can be really stupid too. Like one
Of
player
course
like
they
gets
can.
upset because what the player does some of like I, in the last World Series, it was so obvious that the Blue Jays player was inching in so he could get hit. And the pitcher did not appreciate it. I'm trying to remember which pitcher it was at the time, but the pitcher doesn't appreciate that. You're doing it on purpose, and they know they are. And then they get mad when someone's trying to throw at them. It's like, excuse me. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg Maddux was a great pitcher.
Yeah,
He's
it
a great
was.
pitcher.
And I'm glad not just the Cubs and Braves got to have him, but
Mm-hmm.
the Dodgers had him, Padres
Mm-hmm.
had him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, you don't even see it when the batters crowding the plate and the pitcher knocking that batter back, not hitting him, but knocking him back, sending a message like, "Hey, you're crowding the plate, back off."
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Helion says that Maddox was with Atlanta when she started watching. And see, you don't even have that anymore. You don't have networks like TBS broadcasting the Braves to the entire nation. You don't
Hmm.
have WGN broadcasting the Cubs to the entire nation.
Right.
That's how you have this massive fan base of Braves fans and Cub fans. It's because the Cubs were on during the day, Braves are on during the night, but people would still watch. Some people would probably watch, the Cubs and Braves over the Dodgers. Believe it or
Hmm.
not, Cash.
Hmm. No, I'm sure they would.
And it may not be a thing where
There's
they're
certain people would.
watching the Cubs over the Dodgers because that was the game that was on. It could be because the Cubs were playing the Dodgers, the Braves were playing the Dodgers, and maybe that was the only broadcast feed they could get.
Right. Yeah. Sure. It's always a possibility.
Ah, I'm gonna differ with you there, Helion. Cup fans are the best. We went above a lot of years of losing to see that World Series.
What I've also found out is that baseball fans, either like Toronto especially, that's why people were making all these jokes about hockey. They need to learn the rules of baseball. Like if the ball is stuck somewhere, it's a ground rule double. It's not. Go back and learn your rules of baseball. There, my goodness. Uh,
I mean, when the Blue Jays won Game One of last year's World Series, and their fans were going crazy, I'm looking at it. I'm going, calm down, folks. This is only Game One
yeah.
out of a possible 7 games.
Yes.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm a Cup fan. It's like I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop. Okay, when is it gonna happen?
Yeah.
And Helion's going to Braves Fest at the end of the month.
It's cool.
Nice. And Tree Mug says the Cubs are a long time, much loved baseball club. And the way I became a Cub fan wasn't because of WGN. It was because of some neighbors I had when I lived in California. They were from Chicago. My friend, his brother, and his dad were Cub fans. My friend's mom and sister were White Sox fans. So they were a house divided. But I started watching the Cub games, and it was one particular player who got my attention and helped solidify me becoming a Cub fan. And that was the late, great Ryan Sandberg. Got to meet Rhino a few times, and definitely going to miss him this year.
Mm-hmm.
He was great.
Mm-hmm.
And Helion watched Atlanta with her papa. Oh yeah, no, Nolan Ryan. Oh yeah, I still remember watching. I mean, this was the advantage of WGN broadcasting not just the Cubs but also some White Sox games. I still remember watching that game when Robin Ventura got hit by Nolan Ryan, and Robin Ventura goes out there to the mound, and Nolan Ryan puts him in a headlock. It's like you idiot. You're not going to do anything against Nolan Ryan. Not with your bat, and certainly not with your fist. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He wasn't afraid to throw down. I mean, Cash, who was your favorite Dodger to watch on the mound, and you thought to yourself, don't mess with this guy?
Uh. Wow. I mean, I think. Hershiser was definitely somebody I don't think you'd want to mess with. may not look that big, but uh, it's just certain people were intimidating. I think somebody like Kershaw could be intimidating. I don't know if somebody want to mess with him on the mound. There's been a there's been definitely a few. Yes, John Smoltz could definitely
Yeah,
hold his
he
own.
definitely could.
But yeah, it's also that intimidating look that they have. It's like, oh boy. Um,
But is there anything else you'd like to talk about the Cavs before we get out of here?
no, just I think we covered a lot tonight or this
Yeah.
evening.
Talked about baseball. Talked about some pop culture and entertainment news. And no, I will not believe Kathleen Kennedy is stepping away until Disney
Yes, I
issues
want
an
to
official
hear.
press release.
Yeah, don't. I guess I'll just add. Just don't get caught up. The bigger channels want to tell you that these things are going to happen, and then they never apologize. Some of them, other ones. So just always do your own research and wait for the company to actually say these things. You know, even stuff we read. My sources said this. My sources said that. Well, what are your sources? Uh, yeah.
You know,
So
what's the legitimacy of this rumor?
yeah,
Please enlighten me.
yeah. I think with the whole exactly. Pete Rose was a great player. I think he made
He
some
should have been
mistakes.
inducted in the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame. I don't care.
I think he made some mistakes before, and if he came cleaner when he was still alive about what he did, I think he would have been in the Hall of Fame. I think there's, if they're going to play, the problem is even with people like Barry Bonds and this and that, the way his head blew up, there's a lot of question marks, and so I don't know. It's a mess. The Pete Rose thing is a mess, but he was stubborn like other people are, but he was a great player. There's no doubt about that. He was a great player.
Yeah, he was. And again, he should have been inducted in the Hall of Fame while he was with us.
It's okay, right? It's okay.
No worries. Like I said to you, Helion, I used to talk baseball on this channel. I don't mind talking baseball during Pop Talk. It's just part of who I am.
Yeah.
If I make a baseball reference when I'm talking about an article, I try to make it, relatable to that article. I mean, heck, rumors happen in pop culture and entertainment. They happen in baseball. You see
Yeah.
so many rumors this time of year in the baseball off season. Oh yeah, yeah. The Dodgers are in on this player. The Dodgers are in on that player. The Braves are in on this player. The Braves are in on that player. The Braves are going to trade this player for this player. The Cubs are going to do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
It gets old.
Yeah.
It's like tell
They're
me.
trying to find some kind of news that they think people, oh, I'm so excited about this. But until they know for sure, it's just, rumors. Rumors are okay. This is the rumor, that's the rumor, fine. But the Kathleen Kennedy thing was getting crazy with the certain channels, and they know it gets clicks and views and whatever, maybe brings in money. But the thing is, unless it's actually true, it's like there has to be a point where it's like, look, it's not going to happen. The reason that people want things like that to happen is because they hate KK so much. But they think that KK going away means things are going to get fixed with Star Wars is clueless, because it's not. There's still a lot of problems over there. If Lucasfilm was run like it should be ran, with people that really care about the IP, then it would be Sam Witwer and I think John Favreau. Those are the two people I think Mike should run Lucasfilm, but that's just me. I think there's
Favreau would
potential.
have been my first choice.
Yeah,
But he's also been a part of the current regime.
he is. So
But would you like to promote anything, Cash?
we gotta we're gonna do a stream where we attack Bear. No. Um yes, we'll just start getting onto some of the stuff that once Baron gets better, cranky old fans over on the Phantom Hooligans and Cash Money Madness over on Rumble will start up again, and we'll have two topics, and we'll start doing that. So hopefully Baron will be better soon.
Yeah.
And then I think, let's see, today's Wednesday. I think next week we should try to kill some vampires.
Yeah. You want to finish Evil West?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what day do you want to do that, Pilgrim?
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking
Because as you can see, Pilgrim, if you look right now, I already got some streams scheduled there.
I think Friday be good. See what we can do about
You
Friday.
you want to finish up Evil West on next
Not
Friday.
this Friday, next
And
Friday.
yeah, that's right. That's why I paused and
Mhm.
made sure I said next Friday.
Yeah,
Partner.
Yep. Next Friday. We'll play it around like 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just gotta get everything set up. Make sure everything's good.
That sounds mighty fun. Mighty fun. We can get rid of some vampires.
Yes.
Maybe ride some horses.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Absolutely.
Because there's this vampire lady that wants all of us destroyed in Evil West. Her name's Felicity.
Felicity.
We got to stop her, Cash.
I don't know how long Baron's going to be under the weather, so I'm feeling like if we play at least a good few hours next week, we might be able to finish. I don't know.
We were at the halfway point, so it's
Okay.
not going to take long.
So we can finish that, and we can work on the next game from there. And then when Baron is all ready and rocking again, then we can finally start for the Emperor. There's a number of games that we both like. We're just always trying to find something that would be good for people to come in and pick up and play. I thought Ghostbusters was pretty good for that. Vermintide, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, I recommend Mafia: The Old Country to you, Cash.
Mm-hmm. That's a other games. We'll after we finish that, we've played River City Girls 2 together. That went pretty well. We did run into some connections.
We tried River City, the first one.
Yes.
Using Parsec, but that went horrible because of the connection.
Yeah.
Cash and a few other people have been trying to get me to play Skyrim.
Skyrim is something that I was told by a friend of mine that I have to play. You have to play that game once in your lifetime. So
there is this game that Cash and I do want to play together on stream. It's called Split Fiction.
Yes.
So
that's a game that two people don't have to own the same game.
Yeah.
I think it's still like that unless they changed it, but I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, it's the creators of Take-Two.
Oh, she wants us to play some Halo. That's what Lady Miss wants to see us play.
Yeah. That's fine. We can. You have the Master Chief Collection, don't you?
No, I have Game Pass though.
Okay, I think that'll work. We'll try it that way. Yeah. No. No. I think she.
Okay,
okay.
I misread that then.
You want us to really play Halo, Lady Mist? Is there a game that you would like us to play together that you would want to watch?
I want to hear. I know Helion wants one of us to play Skyrim.
All right. Oh, she would. She would.
No, but seriously, is there a game out there?
You like Halo? Yeah. Halo has a good story. GTA is fun. Actually, on stream, I've played that.
Grand Theft Auto. I just have to reinstall the remastered collection I got a few years ago. I don't
One
currently
thing
have it
I
on my hard drive.
remember running into is if your rank is low, you're like paper when you get shot in that game. So
Yeah. I mean, I could do GTA Online before they close down the server.
right.
I mean, even over on Cash's channel, we played Star Trek Online. You know, especially that one Friday night, it was you, Baron, Spock from Spock's Friday Nights, and I. Baron's still in his ship. He's still in a sector of the game called the Badlands, dealing with plasma storms. He's getting attacked by Cardassians. He's calling for help. So I respond to his distress signal and offer assistance with the Cardassians. Meanwhile, Cash and Spock stay on the planet that we're on and finish the mission without us.
Well, I thought the stream was about over then, so I was kind of.
Oh, no. You do not abandon a fellow officer when he's asking for help. Dude, no man left behind, dude.
Yeah. So next time
You were leaving a man behind.
Next time we play that, I'll make sure Spock and I don't do that.
Next time we play it, I may not even assist your ship when it's under attack. Huh? What? Oh, okay. You good? You good? I see a few explosions.
But
Oh, you look fine.
the stream was about over at that point, so I wasn't. I was about done with it. But next time, I guess Baron and Mike needed help, so we were helping them before, and then it's just at the end.
And Lady Miss says that she played with friends. They always sent her out to see where the enemy was, like a target. Oh, you mean you were the decoy? That's not right.
No.
Bad signal. Oh, I have actually played the Arkham games.
Mm-hmm.
You can find them on the YouTube channel on the playlist. You can also find the playlist over on the Rumble channel.
But yeah, she was saying like the bat signal. It's like I need help. A lot of the stuff
I suck at playing games too, but it doesn't stop me.
It just takes practice. It's easy. It's easy to jump on things, and I when you see like a place, you're like I shouldn't jump over it, or I should jump in this pit. Whatever. Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm dead. You just do it because it's funny. And you're too curious, like, and what they say, curiosity kills the cat. But
and the whole joke about me and stealth is optional because stealth is optional. Stealth isn't for me. I'm gonna go out there, guns ablazing.
Guns ablazing.
That's why I say I'm gonna Rambo it. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna go out there and firing my guns. Hey yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should talk to Baron about doing a multiplayer stream of Flow. Maybe we can get a few other people to join us.
Oh, I'm sure we can.
And Helion says that her first Fortnite kill was when I threw a grenade to see what it did. Someone was hiding, and I got them by accident. No, you had a sense there was somebody hiding. So you said, "Oh, I got this grenade. Let's see what it'll do." And well, it did its job.
Did its job. Yeah. But yeah, there'll be other games that we'll find there in the when Baron is finally better and everything's good, and once everything's fine, then it should be this month that We'll do it for the Emperor. Play some Space Marine too.
No
The only
fucking time.
I know, right? Well, Baron's now out of commission, man. Baron's been out of commission, so not gonna rush it.
Yeah. And Lady Miss says she would make a good sniper. All right. Lady Miss, point him out. Well, me, I could hear everybody going, Mike, get back here. Nope, I got a job to do. Mike, get back here. I said I got a job to do. I mean, it's like playing the game State of Decay 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
we should get back to that also. Yeah.
I'm the guy that will go in there with all my explosives in the game and deal with the play cards. Everyone else will be outside just minding their own business, dealing with the zombies coming at them. Meanwhile, I'll walk into the building, I'll find the play card, and I'll start throwing my grenades or whatever explosives I happen to have on my character. Ooh, Helion likes sniping too.
That's cool. That's very cool.
And Lady Miss says that she's a good shot at a far distance, and I'm very persistent, and she's also patient.
It's hard to break the Rambo style though when you're so used to it and you want to do stealth in a game. So Metal Gear or some of this other stuff.
You know that's what I should play. I should fire up the old NES Metal Gear one night and just see how far I can get.
Yeah, it's good practice.
I'm talking about doing it on stream or just fire up Metal Gear Solid again and play that since it's working better than it was when it was released. Uh-oh. We've been warned, Cash.
I know.
But before we get out of here, I do want to thank everybody for stopping by. Helion, thank you very much for stopping by. Rap God, the Great, thank you for stopping by. Treenug, thank you for stopping by. Nighthawk, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Tim, thank you for stopping by. Jet Sparks, thank you for stopping by. Lady Mist, thank you for stopping by. Godzillionaire, thank you, brother. Pops, thank you, brother. Penny, thank you very much. Hope you and the grandbabies are doing well. And let's see. Yeah, I see. I don't think I'm that great at games, even though I've been playing them for a long time. I mean, as you see, I have a tendency to just want to get in there. It's like, come on, gotta get the job done. Ain't got time to wait. But thank you, Lady Mist. Now I want to be a gamer who can't play well. Well, I mean, you want to be a gamer who can't play well? Just watch me. I could be your sensei. Okay, when the game says use stealth, it's optional. It's always optional. and Cash could be your other sensei who says don't listen to a single word he says. And Helion has just become a new member. And why doesn't it tell me what level she's a member at? Come on, StreamYard. What? Let me hold on. I gotta see what level you signed up for. I want to get this done right. And thank you for signing up for that membership, Helion. We have a membership chat this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh.
Yes, for all channel members. And she has joined the Pacific414 membership level. And with the pack of 414, you not only get to see any of the videos that I do upload when I upload a video first before everyone else, but you also get to join the member streams. And they're usually around the middle of the month, if not a little sooner, depending on what's going on for the month. And they're usually at 6 p.m. Eastern, just like everything else from now on. But you also get to join Pop Talk once a month. And this Sunday, we're actually having a members Pop Talk where members can join, but it'll be your regular Pop Talk. But in this case, members have the option to join. And I'll post that link probably Friday for everybody. But anyways, you get access to be a guest host on Pop Talk once per month. And this Sunday we'll be watching F1. So if you have a mic and headphones, you're more than welcome to join. And we also have another new channel member. She is the Lady of Dragons, the Guardian of the Void. Lady Mist has also joined the ranks of Pacific414. Let's see, because again, it's not telling me. And that's really what I wish Stream Elements would do, and also Stream Yards would let me know which level that people signed up with. I have to actually open up another window to find that out. But Lady Mist has also joined the pack of 414 ranks. So welcome to Helion and welcome to Lady Mist. And I'm going to play all four of my new members' videos for the two of you. Thank you, ladies.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
You have the ring. And I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it.
Glory to you and your house.
And I think you're really going to like the last one.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to fight for blood?
I'm your huckleberry. That's just my game.
That's right.
That's just my game. Yes, it is.
That's
Guts. Yes, it is.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, Tombstone's one of the all-time classics.
Yep, great film.
You can guest talk before then, Helion, but word to the wise, when Baron's here,
Oh boy.
fight your way in to get a word in edgewise.
Baron always says that he's the star of the show, so
Ladies' night? Well, then I need to do a better job in getting some more ladies to sign up for memberships.
that's right.
And that's no problem. That's what we want to see in the chat. That's what we want when we have a special
right.
guest and when we have anybody.
Yeah,
on
nobody
the panel. We want them to be able to talk.
nobody should worry about talking too much. That's the whole point. Go for it.
I'm the quiet one of the family. Well, I could say that the same thing, but when I get on here, it's like, Mike, you got to talk. You've got to flap the gums. Think of something to talk about. I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, Val Kilmer was a huge loss last year.
Yes.
Yes, Godzilla in there, and you nailed it, man. It's Thunderdome.
It is.
And yeah, I could say, well, I have the power to kick him. Yeah, he has the key to the back door. He can let himself back in.
Yep.
No, I didn't say you ain't ladies. I need to, if there's going to be a ladies' night, I need to do a better job at getting more ladies to sign up for memberships.
He's gonna plaster notes all over his body and stuff.
Might as well just carry signage. Besides, if I said that, all Lady Miss has to do is throw me into the void and feed me to the dragons.
Sounds like a game. Oh man.
But yeah, we like to have fun. You know, we like to have a good time while we're streaming. And since we got through with all our main topics, why not?
Mm-hmm. Everything went a bit smoother because Baron wasn't here, so that was good.
Battle of the sexes. I'm not trying to divide everybody here. I'm a uniter, not a divider. To quote a president. But no, my whole goal for the channel has always been to be a place where everybody can come, have a good time, have a good conversation, and just relax. And I'm glad there are people that have found the channel, and some of them have found the channel because they've seen me somewhere else. Some of them have found the channel because other people have said, check out this channel. That's how it was with Tommy. Tommy invited me into a group that he has over on X with other creators and said, check this guy out. It could be fun, boys versus girls. And Mike host and ask questions. You know, that could be a possible stream in the future. I'd have to reach out to a few people, see if they'd want to come on.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what will be coming up on the channel here tomorrow, well, tomorrow I'm going to be playing Shinobi Art of Vengeance. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, that will be at 6 p.m. Eastern. And let's see here. Void is a fun place. Bring the family and the kids can visit the dragons. Maybe help feed them to my dragons. Love kids. Yeah. You know what? The Void. Dragon rides for the kids. I'll explain better on Discord if you want. Okay, that's cool. But for tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Saturday will be our member stream. Remember, members, it's your stream and just bring your topics. How it's always been since the member stream started. So that'll be happening at 6 p.m. Eastern as well for Saturday. And then for Sunday on YouTube and Rumble, we'll be having our watch party. And again, all members will be welcome to join us on the panel as we watch the movie and discuss the movie with us. That'll start at 1 p.m. Eastern with the watch party of F1. And just a little side note, that'll be the last Sunday edition of Pop Talk at 1 p.m. Eastern, because starting on Saturday the 17th, all streams will begin at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then, of course, next Tuesday, I will be playing more Half-Life. And next Thursday, I'll be playing more Mass Effect at 6 p.m. Eastern, but also next Wednesday. And I got to make sure I send Crit out his invite for next Wednesday, but we'll be watching Alita Battle Angel. And again, with the F1 watch party and also the Alita Battle Angel watch party, the Cosby link will be pinned to the top of the chat for anybody who wishes to join us over on Cosby to watch the movie. I'll never put those behind a membership paywall or anything like that. I always make those available to anyone who wants to come by and watch the movies with us. And of course, coming up on the 17th, DJ Ronnie G, Anonymous, hopefully Cash, hopefully Baron, depending on what they're doing, will be joining me for the next episode of The Adventure Continues, a Star Trek discussion. We're going to watch and discuss the first episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Emissary. So, I thought you said the Cosby talk. Oh, what do you mean? God's in there, it's all about the thing, the port and pop. Gotta get my Jello pudding pop. No, this is related to the post that I made just this past Sunday, just letting everybody know that starting on January 17th, from that day on, all streams are going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern. This way, everything's consistent. Instead of having a Sunday edition of Pop Talk at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then, the game streams at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Eastern, and then you have a Wednesday edition of Pop Talk at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then the adventure continues the Star Trek discussion at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's all going to be 6 o'clock across the board, just to make it easier for everybody.
Lady Miss is being snarky.
3 p.m. 3 p.m. Pacific. I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding. But yes, that's what's coming up. And again, I appreciate everybody being here. And thank you to Helion and Lady Miss for signing up for Pacific414 memberships. Welcome aboard. No, I gotta add that clip back. I don't have it on here right now. I gotta put it back where Spock comes aboard the Enterprise in the motion picture, and he says, "Permission to come aboard," and Chekhov says, "Granted, sir. Granted." But everybody, thank you. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Take care.
Autobots, transform and roll out!